One of the biggest challenges I faced with depression, and probably the most impacting, was making the decision to draw a line in the sand and say, I no longer suffer from depression. First of all, I'd like to clarify, yes, I do strongly believe it is a decision. And I'll cover that in more detail in another video. But for now, the hardest thing to accept after making that decision is the moments when you start feeling depressed or anxious again. I know that sounds ridiculous. I'm sat here saying I no longer suffer from depression, but occasionally I still experience the feelings of depression and even anxiety. That's because, in reality, absolutely everyone at some point will experience these feelings. It's 100% normal. The difference is some people spend more time being balanced, i.e. their stress, depression, anxiety bucket is pretty empty, or at least below halfway. And other people are constantly living with their stress, anxiety, depression bucket full, just below the rim. So they easily spill over at the tiniest of things. And then, before you know it, it's taken control and you've been in a negative mood for hours, days, weeks, or even months. I no longer suffer because I'm regularly checking in with myself. And I'm now very conscious of those moments when my mood starts changing. And I've been practicing for a long time now at catching myself as soon as possible, even if it means completely stopping what I'm doing and taking a minute out just to accept the moment for what it is, and then move forward again, carry on, and just carry on. You may be saying, but if I'm constantly having to pay attention to my mental health and work on myself to make sure that I don't fall back into a depressive state, then surely I'm still broken. I'm still suffering. Well, no, absolutely not. The problem is we're not taught about mental health. We're not even aware of it until it becomes a problem. A perfect example of this, which I'm sure most people can relate to, is it's the same with our physical health. If you regularly exercise, the chances are you probably started exercising when you started feeling unhealthy or sluggish or even overweight. And I'm sure you're fully aware of the importance and the need to regularly exercise to maintain or even improve your health. Some people choose to exercise regularly, and some people don't. The mind is exactly the same. The problem is we spend most of our time in autopilot, literally just turning up and taking part. Another way to think about it is relating it to addictions. Like an alcoholic, for example. Some recovered alcoholics can't touch alcohol at all because they're terrified that the smallest drop will make them relapse and become addicted again. Our brain does the same the moment it has the smallest sniff of depression. It gets all excited and full of energy and latches onto it. It's addicted. An important factor to realise, to understand this better, which is a whole nother concept altogether, is you are not your brain. You are just the pilot, the driver, the captain of that ship that you're steering through life. Turning up in life and just taking part, it's not good enough. Just turning up, taking part and being average will only ever give you average results. And if you really consciously look around you and pay attention to the people you interact with, or just the people that you regularly see passing by, I think you'll be surprised at how poor average is becoming. Come on. It's time to take control of your life. Take control of your future. And start living. Start living now.